Hi and welcome to my full moon reading. This is the full moon in Pisces, and this full moon is conjunct Neptune. So you could say that it is a full moon in Pisces on steroids, because Neptune is the planet of Pisces, and that means that it is really about our connection to the divine, and that we will also see in the astrology, it is not on us to fix things. And in the cards that I have pulled, by the way, I have drawn these cards and produced these cards myself, so if you are interested you can purchase these down below. And the cards that I've chosen are Stuck, Palace Athena, Message, Guardian Spirit, Support, and I pulled an extra card, and the extra card is Venus, because I wasn't sure, but is it really about relationship? Because with Palace Athena and Juno, I thought, this might be around relationship, the messages that are coming through. So I asked, is it really about love? What is the theme? Can you give me another hit? And I pulled Venus, so I would say it is definitely around the theme of love. And with stuck, it is something that has to do with where we feel stuck, where we feel we cannot evolve, where it's always the same, where it's like in this famous comedy Groundhog Day, where it's always the same. Every morning it's the same. And where we feel like it doesn't really change, and whether it is in a relationship that we are in, or whether we experience it in certain habits that we have, habits that others have, or certain patterns we always encounter with others, and especially in the area of love. I mean, sometimes Venus can also be about value, because it is connected to Taurus, our own value, how do we value ourselves. But I would say in this case it is more about how do we relate. And with guardian spirits it could also be how do we relate to God. And maybe we are too narrow in the way, too stuck in the way we experience the divine. Maybe we think we are not worth for more, or we can only pray but never will get real true messages from the divine. So I would say this full moon is also about our relationship to the divine, and the way our relationship to the divine opens up, the way we relate to others will open up. And the advice from the cards would be to be open for messages. I don't know, whether you are on a train and something pops into your ear and you realize something, or you are in a dream and you wake up and you realize something, or I don't know, you talk to someone and maybe it's about something else, but in that moment something comes to you out of the blue, and that the advice would be open to that, and be open that maybe if you are praying, if you are believing in something higher than you, that you are open to receive the message, and open that the messages might actually be really guided, because you have the guardian spirits in this card deck, and you have support in this card deck. So there is a lot of support on many levels. It's not just the spiritual level, but on all levels you will be supported to change something in the way you relate to the world and to God, where you feel stuck. Maybe you aren't even aware that you are stuck, that you continue to do the same over and over again without even realizing that you're doing that. So this full moon is really an invitation to change the way you relate, and allow yourself to be surprised, allow yourself to be open to the magic that there might be, because Pisces can also be about magic. With stuck, it can be about old issues around being a victim, being stuck, not being able to change anything. That is also a Pisces theme sometimes, the victimhood. But Pisces is also grace, divine intervention and divine magic. So I would say, we will also see that in the astrology, that something might evaporate in front of your eyes, and something new might come out of that, that will be something very magical for you in the field of your relationships, and in the field of how you relate to the world, and also experience the world. So the astrology of the Pisces full moon is that the moon is, what I already said, in conjunction with Neptune and in opposition to the Sun and Mars. And Mars is also in a wide opposition to Chiron. So that means that in the chart is also visible what was visible in the cards before. If we want something too much, we will get hurt. Or we are hurt in something we wanted so much, but we will feel it is always the same. The moment we want it, we are hurt or we get hurt. And that it is not my way or the highway, but it is more let go and let God, surrender. The sun and the moon so close with Neptune, and the moon, the full moon in Pisces, is about letting go, surrendering. If I would have to draw a picture, I would sit in front of a little lake and I would see the water evaporate in front of my eyes, and I would be very sad, and I would think, oh, maybe it is always the same, maybe always what I want and what I need is going away from me, is taken away from me. But this is not the whole story. Actually, something is transmuted to be brought back as fresh rain, as fresh water. Something will be new and will be fresh again, and is about to change form in front of our eyes. It doesn't necessarily need to die, even though with the Venus squaring Saturn and opposing Uranus in Taurus, there might be moments of disruptions in our personal relationships. What I already saw in the cards, this disruption will take place for many of us, and that this disruption is maybe needed and also maybe divinely orchestrated, that it is time that something evaporates, something changes form, to be anew, to be different, and that we allow it to be different. And the beautiful thing is that Pluto is trining the sun and is sextiling the moon. So it is also guided from our soul. And Pluto is in a trine, in a wide trine to Uranus in Taurus. And this to me, with Neptune, with Uranus and with Pluto, tells me that we as humanity are at a point again where we are lifted up. This is a period where we as humanity are lifted up, where the way we relate, as I said in the cards, how we relate to God, how we relate to others, the way we relate, the way we experience this world has to change and will change, will evaporate in front of our eyes to be rained down on us. And the advice also from the astrology would be allow to be changed, surrender, allow to be changed, and trust that you are guided. What is also happening during this full moon is that the asteroid Gaia is in a very close square to the sun and the moon. Gaia is at the end of Sagittarius. So because Virgo is involved and Pisces is involved, to me something might happen around the oceans, might happen around flooding, but there will be happening something with water. Maybe just one, maybe both. If the astrology is right, then the earth will shake as we are shaken. It is not only that we are shaken, but in this case, with this full moon, also the earth is shaken and is in this whole process of changing, and in this whole process of that we maybe as humanity even are a little bit evaporated, are getting a little lighter, getting a little less dense as we were before, and getting lighter. And that also the earth is in the process of becoming lighter. We will see whether this will happen. I hope that in these times you are safe and that you allow these blessings to come to you and through you. And I wish you a wonderful and blessed Pisces Full Moon. Till next time, Namaste.